What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Videohomicide, back with another movie review. Not so much a recommendation, but just a ridiculous film from when I was like 13 years old. This movie came out in 2005, so I'm 13 years old. Sort of the heyday of these kinds of movies, like the Dawn of the Dead remake was out. Hell, House of Wax is the film in question today, and that's a remake from the 50s, which is a remake from the 30s. So I've never seen the one from the 30s. I've seen the one with Vincent Price. Pretty sure I have that. I think that film could be public domain, and I think it's I could be wrong on that, but I know there's a lot of Vincent Price flicks out there that you can find on like these sort of box sets and stuff like that. But nonetheless, this movie deserves to be talked about, okay? Because when I think back on being, just about to go into high school age, the films that were out at the time. So we had movies like that. We had tons of other horror film remakes that had already happened at that point. Like I already said, Dawn of the Dead, but of course, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Beginning came out in, I believe, 2006. So like that was sort of the stuff that was out at the time. There was, of course, your Final Destination films and stuff like that. I was never into those movies, to be honest with you. I'd seen a few of them, and I just, obviously, when I think of Final Destination, I think of the one scene probably everybody that's ever fucking drove on a highway or freeway. When you see that truck full of, logs of wood, you get the fuck away from it, because that scarred a generations. But anyways, tonight I get home from work. Me and the wife were like, we've been binge watching fucking trash TV, okay, courtesy of the fucking CTV MTV app. But we're like, you know what? We need to watch a flick. So we just threw on Tubi, as we do. And I've watched a few good movies on Tubi recently. Like I watched that Spain Rodriguez, I believe it's called Bad Attitude documentary. Highly, highly recommend that to anybody that's a fan of underground comics, specifically Spain Rodriguez. Like you learn so much about the guy in that documentary. It's unbelievable. But you see everything from the good times to the bad, so prepare yourself for that. Also just recently watched the Crumb documentary again, which that fucking movie always I don't know, it's a fucking weird one, man. Like there's like Crumb is just such a, he's a cool guy, but like unless you like were gonna know him and like be friendly with him for like like be like someone that's involved in his life, like meeting him would almost seems like it's a fucking like it's a hassle. Like there's that one guy that asked for an autograph. He's like, "Hey Robert, I'm a big fan. Can I have an autograph?" And he goes, "No, I don't believe in autographs." And just shit like that. And maybe he's fucking around, or who knows. But I don't know. Robert Crumb just seems like the kind of guy that I like to admire from afar. You know what I mean? I think his comics, his cartooning, and all that stuff is fantastic. But him himself, he's just like a weird fucking guy. Maybe I would like to hang out with him, smoke a little fucking chronic with him. All right, but anyways, let's get into House of Wax. This fucking video is going all over the place. But before we get into House of Wax, I don't even have them with me right here. Cinema 187 issues 1 through 5 currently in print. I did just have a snafu with my computer last week. I just got it back, and I'll talk about that more in the channel update. But if you want to get any of the zines, let me know at cinema.187 on Instagram. So anyways, we pop in, or we click the button and turn on House of Wax from 2005, directed by the guy that directed Orphan, which is okay, and he also directed The Shallows, which was that shark film, which I thought was okay. I like shark films when they're not like totally fucking cheesy. Like that was a film that I think had like like 5 actors in the whole film, and I like that. And it just follows like, if it's the one I'm thinking of, like she ends up on like a small piece of rock with an injury, and like there's a shark and all that bullshit. There's a few other movies like that where like those chicks go in the cage into the, I think everyone knows what one I'm talking about. But anyways, that's the director of this House of Wax film, and it stars a bunch of people that were popular at the time. It stars Paris Hilton. It stars Alicia Cuthbert, who was in Girl Next Door. She was also in Popular Mechanics for Kids. So everybody that was around the Popular Mechanics for Kids age grew up seeing her. People that had crushes on her grew up, and then they saw her in fucking movies like Girl Next Door and House of Wax. House of Wax doesn't show shit, but in Girl Next Door, like she's supposed to be a porno star. So she's in the flick. Chad Michael Murray, who Kayla said was in a show that she used to watch on MTV back in the day. There's another guy who was in that Supernatural film, and then One of the dudes that was Bobby from I didn't think it was him because it just didn't look like him too much to me. But Bobby from Scary Movie, he was also in Kids, which is a Larry Clark film from '94, which is, as far as I'm concerned, a must see. It's fucking, I don't know, it could be triggering to some, I guess, if you're Panzola. But anyways, the other character in the film that's on our team is the guy from Coach Carter, the guy that was Coach Carter's son in that film. That's the only thing I think I've ever seen that dude in, other than House of Wax. But they're on their way to see some fucking football game that Coach Carter's son is like obsessed with. He's like, we're gonna miss the game. We're gonna miss the. He says it like 20 fucking times. It's like, dude, this is a game you're not gonna get to. All right. So basically, well, they have car troubles, and it's sort of like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fucking ripoff, to be honest with you, because, you know, girl and boyfriend go in just like in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, boyfriend gets killed just like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So there's a lot of that, like, kind of tropes and stuff. They end up kind of exploring this little town that's rigged up to make it look like it's kind of busy, but it's really not. It's all empty. It's just controlled by these two brothers that are out of their minds. And spoiler alert, at the end of the film, that there's a sheriff, and he goes, after the twins are killed and all that stuff, of course, he goes, she didn't have 2 kids, she had 3. And then, like, there's like a close-up of this like crazy hick guy that's right out of the fucking Deliverance, playing the goddamn banjo, sitting on the tailgate of his car rubbing a fucking dog. And it's like he's supposed to be like the long lost brother or whatever. And I don't know. I think that this movie, it's peppered with so much rip-offery that I don't even know where to begin. Like, the whole thing with Paris Hilton, where she ends up, when right before she gets killed, that whole scene is lifted right out of Freddy vs. Jason, which is lifted out of tons of other shit. But as soon as I was watching, like when we were watching that tonight, I seen this movie when I was a kid, but when I watched it tonight, I was like, this is fucking Freddy vs. Jason. And like, me and Kayla smoked so much fucking hash and weed. She's like passing in and out, and I'm sitting here like going, holy fuck. And then I hit pause. I'm like, oh, there's probably like 15 minutes left. There's 40 minutes left of this goddamn movie. Like, it's too long. It's too fucking long, man. Like, there's good kills. Paris Hilton's kill's a good one. The Coach Carter's son gets the knife in the neck. I like that. I liked how, you know, the first boyfriend that's murdered, he's like done up in wax and like his eyeballs are moving. Loved that. I thought it was cool. And then he gets like sliced and shit. It's not a bad film, but there's so much unbelievable bullshit happening too, because there's one guy, the one asshole brother, he gets shot in the fucking chest, like right in the heart, with a crossbow, survives it for like, it did not affect him like in any way. There's even a shot of him like taking a fucking drink out of a 2 liter of yellow fucking piss like juice from the fridge, and then he starts kicking the shit out of the one guy, and then the guy like twists the broken off arrow that's lodged in his, you know, vascular muscle, and then like it's like, how the fuck is this guy still alive? And then he ends up getting sucked into the floor. He gets his head beat in with a baseball bat, which was great. But yeah, man, I'm trying to think. There's like some cool shit happening in the basement of this place where, you know, there's this rig where the wax is being applied to these people, and it's pretty fucking cool, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the scene with like this pit of dead body parts and stuff, that was pretty fucking cool. I liked seeing the hands stick out. Like, there's some cool imagery and stuff, and like the movie feels okay, but a lot of it is that sort of, you know, over the shoulder shot from this direction, and then the reverse, and then that, and then a wide. It's just, it's so fucking predictable. Like, it's, I don't know, but it's good in its predictability. It's, like I said, it's cemented in the certain time from when I was a kid. Like, I remember when this came out, I remember it was a big deal. Paris Hilton's in this flick. Okay, she does a little bit of a fucking striptease. You don't see shit, but then you see her get killed, and it was like, you know, it was a thing, you know, it was a big deal back then. Like, nowadays movies, like, there's no or maybe there is, and I'm just so out of the fucking loop, but there's no like hype up between or behind horror films. Like, there's a movie that they're advertising right now called Long Legs, and in the trailer on Tubi, it says like, oh, it's being compared to like Silence of the Lambs or something, and it's like, okay, you know, that's a pretty big fucking statement. That's like saying your film is on par with like Godfather Part 2. You know, you better fucking have some shit to back it up with that. But I'm definitely, I want to see it because I'm interested in like FBI kind of cases and stuff like that. I'm a sucker for those types of films. You might not know that about me. But that, and then that Bike Riders film, Really want to see that fucking shit. Been seeing the trailer for it for a while now, but I want to check that flick out. But as far as House of Wax goes, you know, is it a Dawn of the Dead 04? Is it a Chainsaw 06? Definitely fucking not. But there is some good kills. And like I said, I haven't seen this film since I was like, for like 17 years. So I'll probably wait another 17 years before I watch it again because, it's alright. It's too fucking long. God damn it, it's so fucking long, man. Because after a while, you're just like, alright, how many of these fucking kids are left? You know, just get them killed and get them out. You know, grind them out and get us out of here, man. Because I was thinking, oh, fuck, maybe I'll throw on another film tonight. It's like, no, definitely not. You just watched a 2-hour House of Wax 05. Man, it's okay. It's pretty fucking... It's pretty average, you know what I mean? But, like, if you compare that to movies now that you get, like, direct to fucking Tubi and all that stuff, it's like, oh, fuck. I'd way rather watch this, because at least there's some practical effects, and at least there's some cool shots and stuff, especially in the beginning. We both noted, like, that shot with, like, the camera, like, rises up against the stove that's covered in wax, and really like that. There's some cool shit like that, and I like the idea of this whole place being made out of wax, but, like, I don't know. Where the fuck did all the wax come from? Like, okay, I know that they were building a wax museum, but how much fucking wax could there possibly be? And there's, like, candles being made constantly, because they're everywhere, and they're constantly lit, so there's either a fucking wax mine, or whatever the fuck wax is made out of. There must be a constant supply of that. And also, how hot does wax got to be able to go through fucking, like, you know, a hose or like a faucet? Like, the whole, like, first of all, the stuff would have to be scalding, and then the faucet, or the pipeline going to, like, the exit, like the faucet, would have to be so hot as well. Like, it would never work. But, you know, you got to suspend your disbelief when you're watching House of Wax. These are the types of movies I've been watching lately. I've been watching House of Wax from 05. Anyways, I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure to leave a 666 in the comments. And with that being said, adios. House of Wax.